Hey, welcome back to another episode of Mr. Rocks. This is lesson 3 in our series of lessons developing a tower defense game using a library called JGame written by William Shargan. And now we are going to add some elements. We have already our main method where our program will start, our constructor class for tower game. I'm going to add 2 views in this lesson, the tower game level 1 view and the tower game menu view. I've got a list of enums down here. Each of these is going to be associated with one of our specific levels. In this case, I'm going to start off with 3. We can add more later. And I'm going to come over to our tower game level 1, and I'm going to add 3 different areas. Now these guys have red X's because they do not yet exist, but I'm going to have a level 1 play area. Level 1, each play area will be different for the different levels, and so that's why I've indicated level 1, but the menu area and the info area should remain constant throughout. So I just list that as menu area and info area, and I can just write them like that. I don't need to indicate that they're level 1, and I think we're good to go. All I need to do at this point is roll over this, as the indication of the red underline means that there's a problem. The first quick fix is to create a class, and so if I click on that and choose the super class, which I'm going to choose GContainer. And the reason for that is that in general, if I would like to add just a sprite, for instance, just an image, I don't need to add GContainer. But GContainer is going to be an image that will contain other images. And since the info area is going to contain lots of other objects, I'm going to create a super called GContainer. It's going to extend GContainer is a better way to say that. And now I'll hit Control Space, and it should say, hey, do you want to create the default constructor? And I'll say yes. Get rid of the generic comment there. And now I am ready to add some things to my play area. Let's go back here though, and let's continue to set this up. So I am in level 1. I've created these 3 different, I need to create these 2 guys too, by the way. So I will create a class called MenuArea. I'll do the same thing. This guy also is going to be, is going to need a GContainer. So I'll just set that up and browse for that, and there it is, and I'll say finish. I'll do the same thing here where I say Control Spacebar, set up the default constructor, and now if I want to format that, I just say Control Shift F, and it formats it for me, and I'll save that. Now I'll come back here and do the last one. Interesting, I'm getting level 1 play area here. I don't have this guy. I don't have this guy in caps. So I did that incorrectly. But you know what? I guess I created. Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of that. So I put a lowercase a and an uppercase a here. I want it to be uppercase, so I deleted that, and I will delete it over here as well. And I'll just say delete. And I'll redo that by coming back over here and saying create library, and I will again browse for GContainer and choose that, finish, add my constructor, and get rid of that comment. Okay, so now that's looking pretty good. Somehow I deleted my curly brace, so save that and try it again. Good, so now I'm ready to go on that guy. So that looks better. And let's see, so I've got this guy. Let's make one more. I'll say create class info area. Looks like it's spelled right this time. I will browse for GContainer again, and I will select that. I'll say finish. I will add my info area default constructor, and I'm going to leave it right there. I'm good to go. So I've got a bunch of classes now, but I want to simply add these, and I've already created images for these. I actually just downloaded some from the internet and some that I made myself. But let's go ahead and set this up. So TG level 1 view, the first thing I need to do is set the size. So I'll say set size And the size of my window is going to be 900 by 700. So that's the overall view that I've already established for the different elements of the game. The width will be 900 pixels, and the height will be 700. So that'll be standard throughout the game. The next thing I need to do is I need to set these guys up. So I've got my play area for level 1, and I need to set some things up for this. I'm going to say set anchor, and I'm going to set anchor as top left. So I'll simply say top and left. And all this is going to do is it's going to create the registration point. And what that means is if you look at a square, it would have 9 points that are possible registration points. Starting on the left, it has top left, middle left, lower left, and then on the right, top right, middle right, lower right. And then in the middle, it has top, middle, and lower. So in any case, I can set that. The reason I did top left was so I can simply place it according to that point of registration. So that'll be my reference when I use my points or my location points. So next thing I'm going to do is say, let's see, play area level 1, and this time I'm going to say set location. And the location is going to be at the place 0600. And that means that the x coordinate is going to be 0, and that's not right. I don't want my play area to be there. I want my play area to be, let's see, the x coordinate is going to be 100, and the y coordinate is going to be 0. Okay, that looks better. That means the upper left-hand corner, because I set the anchor to the top left, is going to be on the x-axis 100 units over horizontally, and it's going to be right on the top 0 vertically. Remember that the way the coordinate system works on the stage is that the upper left-hand corner is 0, 0. X increases as I go to the right, but unlike your high school algebra class, y increases as you go down from the top towards the bottom. So it'll start at 0 and go all the way down to 700 because I set the height at 700. So next, let's go to add, and we're going to add this guy, and I'll simply say add, and I'll put in the play area, which is going to be play area for level 1, and that's good to go. Now, I do need to find the particular sprite for that, but I can do this same thing for the other areas, and let's do that here, and just make some changes. So the size for, let's see, that set size, by the way, was for this, which is the game view. And so now, so here I'm setting up the play area, and I'm going to do the same thing for the info area, and I'm going to do the same thing for the menu area. Actually, let's do menu first, and then let's do information. Okay, so now to change that, I just have to use these guys. So for the menu area, I need to change this to menu area, and menu area. I want this guy to have an upper left-hand corner at 0, 0, so he's good to go. And then finally, my info area, I will set him here, here, and then I add my info area. And the location of this guy is going to be 0 on the X, and since it has a width of 100, I need to set it down 600. The upper left-hand corner of that rectangle will be 100 units off the bottom, or 700 minus 100 gives me 600. In any case, that's pretty good. The only thing is I've created these different areas, but notice I have not given them any information. And so to do that, what I need to do to set this up is I'm going to simply get a sprite, and I'm going to set this up in the super. So let's go to, for instance, the play area, and let's just see if I can get him set up first. So the play area, or actually level 1 play area, is going to have some things that are very similar to setting up that first view. Both are extensions of gcontainer, or both extend gcontainer. And so the first thing I want to do, as before, is set the size. Now this size is going to be smaller. This is going to fit inside of my view, my level 1 or my game view. And so this is just the play area. This is a rectangle with inside that larger window. And so I'm going to set the size of the menu area to be, let's see, it's going to have a width of 100 and it is going to have a height of 600. And so this is, oh, I'm sorry, this is my level 1 play area. I take that back. This is going to have the 800 by, oh, let's say this is 600 is correct. So it's 100 units smaller from the left and 100 units smaller from the bottom, and that should be the right size. I already have an image set up for this, so he is that size also. I set that up in a photo editing program, and I set it to be exactly that size, 800 by 600. So I'll say this set background color, and the background color, I can just hit that, is going to be, it's from the color enum, and I'll go ahead and make this guy black. So I'll just type that all in caps and hit enter, and that's good to go. I need a semicolon, and at this point, if I save everything, that should be good. Alright, so next I am going to create I need a buffered image for the background. So to get this, I'm going to take an image from the image cache, and so I'll set up a buffered image, and this buffered image I'll say BGI for background image, and of course I need to take off my caps, and I have buffered image, and it's going to be BGI for background image is equal to, and I can say from the image cache, all I need to do is use the method get image, whoops, and I'm going to use the file name, which actually is in a subfolder called areas. So if I look over here, I've got buttons, I've got areas, and I'm going to go ahead and say level 1, or let's see, this is the level 1 play area, and so I think I may have called this guy level, oh, he's up here in this folder. Okay, so I need to say level 1 play area. I'm going to have to move him later. PlayArea .png, and so that's the name of my file. I've entered that in as a string. Since it looks like it's right inside the images, I already have my pathway to this point, so I don't need to add areas. I should have had this file down below. Let me go ahead and put in the semicolon. I'm going to save this, and at this point it's going to be good to start, except now that I've got my buffered image, I can't set that guy on. I want to create a G-sprite, and I'm going to set my G-sprite in. So I'll say background sprite is equal to new G-sprite, and this G-sprite will have my background image as an input. And basically it's going to take that same image and change it just from, it's taking image out of the image cache, it's of type, it's a buffered image, and now this is going to be set into a G-sprite, and so this will give me all the functionality of a G-sprite, and specifically I can say set background sprite, and the image I want to put in is BGS for background sprite, and I am ready to see if this works. Okay, so save everything, and if I were to hit Control F11 at this point, has some errors. It doesn't know what level 1 PlayArea.png is, which is right here, PlayArea level 1, and so I'm not even close. PlayArea level 1. Let's try that again, and at this point I'm going to see it show up. And so I just grabbed this picture off the internet. I went to Google and I did images, background game image or something like that, and this came up, and so I'm just putting it in for now, but I will change it. I just wanted to see that that is showing up. Now on the bottom is going to be my menu area, and the side is going to be my info area. Those are going to be set up the same way that this is, and so I'll do some of those off the movie. But basically you could take all of this and you could just come over here to menu area, and you could put that in here as long as you change the name of the constructor class to MenuArea. And instead of image cache get image, I need to change the name. So this guy is in a different folder. He's in the areas folder, as my PlayArea level 1 should be as also, but I called this MenuArea level 1. So to get into this folder, since my cache back in the original tower game stopped at TG images, okay, I put these guys in a subfolder, so it says TG images area. I need to come back to my menu area. When I create this, I simply need to say areas and indicate the rest of my path to this particular file. So that is called areas. That's reflected here, and this is in that folder. And let's see if I've got the right one now. So this is going to be MenuArea, which is let's see, MenuArea.png. Okay, at this point, if I put him in the right location, whoa, don't do that. Okay, so let's try that again, and now I'm going to see as I run it if it finds it, and there's my menu area. You know, as long as I'm doing this, I could just do the play of the info area as well. My info area is in the same place as my menu area. It's right here. So if I were to take my menu area code, take all of this code now, say Control C, go back to my info area, take all of this, say Control V, paste that in, take my name of my class and copy that down for my constructor, hit Control S. Everything looks good. The only thing I need down here is change this to info. And I now have all three areas should pop up just like that. So there's my info area. I'm going to have things like my bank amount, time if I want it, points, whatever I want down here, hero health. And then over here I'm going to place tiles, and we'll do that in the next video. That's all for tonight. Bye-bye.